Okay. I was on the flight out here to Utah. I was like thinking about a couple of things, and I'm just gonna go over this because I think it's very vital. Okay. If you look at the big social media companies, and they're worth gazillions of dollars, right? The Facebook, Instagram, I guess you call it the gram now, the gram, and Facebook, the gram, TikTok. I mean, they're worth gazillions of dollars. Okay. And they even allow certain people to monetize, right? But they're making money on our content, on what we're putting out there. And it's a lot of money. That's why they're worth so much, is because the eyeballs are there, right? Marketing is what's paying them. Think about that. I'm taking my brain. Lemon drop, guys. I got into Tanya's sharing with me.
You're welcome.
I'm out of, I have like 4 peanut butter cup left in my, in the office back in Florida. And I have like, that's it. And I'm on the lemon drop. So, and then of course,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, brother.
Yum. Love it. Okay. All right. So back to this on the attention. So what I'm going to bring this up there is we got to get people started in blogging. Once they get Google AdSense, you're monetized on everything coming through, right? Clicks, impressions, it all adds up. When you're sharing your content on social media, they want to control that content and make money off of your content, and they may or may not share with you. Now, if you're like a big draw, big name, I mean, I get stuff done to me, and I can do this and I can monetize this way, and I'm like, it's a communication tool for me. I choose to monetize on the blog because it's just better. But think about this. Our blogs, we can memorialize anything we want, just like you would on Facebook or kind of on Instagram. But Facebook, people have their photos and they can create what do they call, albums, right, of images, and that's great. But I mean, we can document our lives, journal, if you will, and stuff that we want to share. But we're monetized on everything we do. Notice that's the whole idea. That's how it works. When we're doing this content, like I'm going to be working on today more, and working on these McDonald's pages, which is going to stem to who knows how many other pages. You guys we're doing this together. Okay. I'm going to tell you right now, these type of articles, these type of information, this is what you want to share. And you want to share them on Instagram. You want to share them on Facebook. We usually got to put the link, down below, but you get people used to you doing articles and used to sharing information. And now you're basically just, you're a digital, printing press, but you're also a distribution of information. People are eventually going to learn, like, oh, Rory's got another article. Should I check it out? Like, what's he got on there? And you just keep pressing it. But anytime something gets out there, someone might share it. It could go viral to huge lists. It could go out there, and that's revenue. Okay. Now there's the social media companies. They don't like people exiting out. And there's all sorts of little tricks and things people do to get you to exit out for the traffic. And remember, it's all about traffic. But we want to have something that's enticing, and obviously get them to come back, get them to join the community, open up the stuff that we do. There's a method to it. But it's a method. Like I just got to say, I talk to new students, right? And they're like, how do I know this works? How does this even make money? You're like, you're using Facebook. Facebook's worth a gazillions of dollars. And they're making money on content and the same things we're talking about here. I don't know how much more proof you have. The thing about this is you get to build it up and you get to control it all. And you're not going to get a piece of the revenue. You're going to get 80% from Google AdSense. You're going to make all the commissions from this products you're selling directly in here. Like, it's just different. And we just got to find more and more ways to bring people into it. But a viral article, that's what we're striving for in the work that I'm going to be doing with these pages. Okay, I want something that's people are going to just like gravitate to. It's going to be the right search area. That's what we're going to focus on. Now, I like this McDonald's path. It's worked for me, but it's also so big we can all share it. Okay, now if you have a different thing you want to go on, do it. Do it. The more individualized we are, the better that is. Right? However, Sometimes people just don't know where to go. They haven't been around this long enough to understand how it works yet. So having something that we all do by consensus is fine. Now we do Velavita by consensus, FSN stuff by consensus. The charity stuff, we're getting more and more by consensus. What else do we have that we're doing all collectively? And that's great. That's our sponsor programs. Always something to focus on, always working on that direction. Got to have some relevance, but the sky is the limit. It's endless. Okay. And I bring this up. I always like to say basket weaving, but there's a blogger, and I wish I can remember the page, but he did stuff on special sewing machines and things that have to do with sewing, something I don't know anything really about, but he has such an amazing amount of traffic because it just built up a niche following to see the projects and he became a resource for people that needed special replacements for old machines that do it in old style or whatever it is. There really is, like, the sky's the limit. Now I'm just going to put this out there. I don't care who you are. If you're human, you eat food. We love food. Some of us live to eat. Some of us eat to live. Okay. We live to eat. Love food, love really good food. And you have great family recipes and things to put out there. Recipes, you can never go wrong. You know what? I need to build pages. I know what to do. Build a recipe page. And I know some of us, you go try something or look for something and you can reshare it. That's not another angle. Okay, we're going to get working on the McDonald's pages more. So I'm going to share my screen. And make sure you guys, if it's going gray, let me know. We should be good, but let me know. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my camera off because I want to, I'm going to change my view there. I want to focus on this. I want to make sure you guys are really tuned in. This is huge. And it's also going to be a really good exercise because you got something to kind of rob and duplicate from, right? You get to look at all my pages. You guys have full permission to take anything I put on my rory3.com or, of course, 1f16.com, but anything on rory3.com and work on. So I want to work on McDonald's pages. Okay. Now I've got updates that we're going to be doing on, hold on. I got to stop this for a second. I'm going to turn my camera on. I've got massive updates that I need to do on our our BFA pages and our options pages, getting the messaging to sound even better. We're going to work on that. I'm testing some things out, but I'm going to tell you what I really need. And Stacy, yours is great. I need IBO testimonials. And we have a lot of people on it. We have a lot of people that have benefited from before. I need those for our BFA event. I need a video that comes on and has testimonials. So we need that. It's like the most basic thing that we know work that we need that we don't have. So if you're running the IBO, I need a testimonial, even if it's just a short one. Like, hey, I got set up with this. It's been amazing. I've received 2 payments so far. I've received my 3 payments. I've been in for 4 years, whatever it is. I need that. Okay. I need as much as possible. I also need those videos for FSN, and you can just submit them when you exit any of our trainings. I ask for the video every time. You guys see it. Most people are just saying no, but I need them. All right. And I don't care if it's just short or if it's long. I edit things, right? I'm getting really good at the editing. So just submit it. I need content. I need video content. All right. Let's go do this. All right, I'm gonna stop my camera. I'm gonna share my screen. All right, now if I sound like I'm having too much fun with this, I absolutely love this mode of it. All right, so I got my Rory 3 backup up. I'm technically working in uncategorized pages for right now. Okay, however, I want to do my McDonald's pages in their own folder. And you can do that, right? I can do that. And because they're going to be off, but at some point, and I'm going to call them fast food pages. Okay. So I'm going to focus on fast food. New folder. fast food create, right? And then I'm going to open that. I'm going to open that up, right? Now I got these here, and I'm going to make a lot, and then eventually I'm going to make a directory. I just know it. I can just tell where I'm going with this. Now I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to pages. I'm going to go to all pages, and I'm just going to go to, actually, I'm just going to type McDonald's right here. And they're all here. Okay. And I'm going to open a link in a new tab. That's that one. Open link in a new tab. There's that one. I am going to open one more just because I need another one. And I'm just going to make sure I go here and go new page, because I'm going to start a new page. I'll view my autosave. I don't think I had anything different. I'm just going to glance. And if it's new, it's going to be green. Oh, some spacing. Okay. I'll restore it. I'm not sure what I did, but I'll go to the bottom. Okay. I got that. I got this for a new page. All right. And I'm going to go into my headlines and ad training. Now this is, I'm going to back everything up here. So I'm going to go new, Google Doc, create and share. I'm going to go new, Google Doc, create and share. I'm going to do a new one, Google Doc, create and share. And I keep them like organized like this. So I have my Google Drive, boom, 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 back up. And then I'm in my pages I'm building. And then I got the headlines and ad training over here so I don't get confused where it's at. I like to keep it organized, right? This is like, it's like your desk. You got your work area, right? I want to have it organized. And I want to make sure I talk about this because it makes it, why am I so efficient? It's little things like this that make a difference. Little things like this make a huge difference. All right. So obviously, keyword, slug, meta. Just get them ready. I want to make sure I'm backing all this stuff up, right? It's just the habit. I'm going to come here, how to eat smart at McDonald's. I'm going to hit the 3 dots. Now, the thing is down here, we also have a huge article with massive research on, is there human DNA in McDonald's? See it here. I'm going to add something. A catchy thing, right? Just that. And I'm going to add another one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to effectively start creating. So I put that one. I'm going to put see an entire directory of fast food articles. We live in a fast food, fast-paced rat race of work, and living. All right, and then I'm gonna do something. So I'm gonna go to chat. Right now we have all our consensus memes, the stuff we're putting out there, and that's for our marketing focus. But when we're building specific pages, like you want a good image. Did I show you guys this? Okay, I got to show you something real quick. Hold on. On the main RRR247 page, I added free images. More and more, we have students that have gotten in trouble with copyright. So if you don't have a DMCA policy on your PBS, you've been here for a long time, go freaking get one. Okay, let me just. I'm going to stress this actually. Here, I'm gonna open up 1f16.com. If you don't have all of these things here about us, affiliate disclosures, contact us, DMCA policy, the privacy policy, and the terms and conditions, put them up. Just get them, right? All the new students have it. It's not a big deal. But this DMCA policy is critical for you to have, okay? Now, I'm going to put this out there for people that have done stuff. There are companies that just go look to send notices, and they try to collect money from you on copyright protected images. Now, I'm going to tell you, it's half of it's a scam, at least half. And there are companies that do it, and you send the payment, they don't even own the article or the image either. It's a scam thing. Okay. The other ones are just there's a service that goes out there, they collect it, they keep 80% of the revenue and pay out like 20% or whatever to the actual person, and they just do all the collection work. It's like, to me, it's still a scam. Okay, but the other one, they don't even pay it to the person. Okay, it's foreign entities. So if you have that DMCA policy on your system and you get any of that stuff, you just remove the photos immediately. That's how we're supposed to do it. That's basically, I'm saying, well, they notified me. They sent me a thing to pay, but they know that I get to get notified first, and I take it off. That's all you got to do. From experience, that's 100% of the time. Okay. Now, if you leave it on after they've given you that, and they can consider that notice, and then you kept it on, now you're asking for problems. Okay. So don't do it. The best thing is not to have images that get you in trouble ever. So if we put it in the shared folder, those are images that we create and own, or we pay a license fee to use. Okay. Now, in addition to those, there are free places, and people get different type of consideration. They put their photos out there, and they get hired by companies because they do good work. It's like their portfolio, and they're free. Well, I listed them all for you here. Okay. So I'm going to go to free images. There's unsplash.com, pexels.com, and pixabay.com. And this has free videos and music that you can splice onto things, or as you're doing like your YouTube videos and all that stuff too, to use them. They're all here. Okay, they're all here. Right. And I suggest get an account, play with them on your, but these are free to use. And then you can do shout outs to the artist, which I love to do because it just brings some more exposure. Okay, so I've done some trainings on it. You'll see more and more of it. But this right here is something I added. And I wanted to share these because they're great. But my McDonald's photos came from here. I had a hard time with Dreams Time. If you guys saw that, I'll go try it out right now. I don't know if it's working. They did a big upgrade, and it doesn't work on anybody's system. And I got a note that it might be fixed. I'm going to check. So I'm going to go to McDonald's again. I have a light box I created. Maybe I should go to that. Let's see. Yeah, it's working. So they had an error. They sent me a thing, which I appreciate. Okay, so I'm going to download this. I'm going to resize it. I want all to be a JPEG and like 800, so we can use them in all the ads. And I'm going to save it. And I'm a marketer. We're going to go back to, yeah, right there to McDonald's. And I need to, um, I want to make sure we have a good assortment of images we can use for the different ads and stuff on McDonald's. The thing about it is, like, and I can go over this, like, every person pretty much, like, that's a broad statement. There's very few that are very, clean eaters all the time, but people eat at McDonald's. No matter what it is, they're going to do it, right? It's ease, convenience. They're everywhere. It's their advertising is unbelievable, right? So, but it's also, we all know that it's really not the best choice. We all know it, and so we have the guilty. It's a psychological thing, but we have these guilty references, so that we're gonna like, someone says something about McDonald's, we tune in on it, right? We just do. I'm gonna grab this one too. Just this, the McCafe, and they're worldwide. Okay, so, like, remember that there's McDonald's everywhere, and I'm going to reference, why did I focus on McDonald's when I did my article before, and I'm going to tell you, I absolutely have a solid circular agenda, and one of my, he was like a great client, turned into an amazing mentor. The more I talked to him, I learned a lot. And his name is Mark Hughes. He's the original founder of Herbalife. He's no longer with us. Lots of stories. I could go into it. But I remember hearing him say it over and over and over again in relation to weight loss products. And he just said, if McDonald's goes in that country, we're going to follow. Every country, everywhere McDonald's is, we're going to follow. That's our business model. Because wherever McDonald's go, people are going to get fat, and he's not wrong. And it's not so much McDonald's necessarily making them fat. It's just people start going into a, food that's engineered to make you buy more, so that you're a consumer. You eat more than you're supposed to. Your body's going to get fat. Like, okay, and so but his point was valid. Like, and it's worked amazing, right? And so I have always had my hands into any, like weight loss. I've made more money on weight loss than any other single product on the planet. Like, it's gonna, like, tens of millions of dollars have been made based on weight loss being the product, and decade by decade by decade. And the epidemic, or what, it's so bad, right? Like the obesity rates, and we're actually, people are still getting larger and larger and larger, and yet we know that the seed oils, we know more and more, we're getting more. There we go. I need this picture for the toys. We know it. And so, but I'm looking at, like, I'm gonna market it. So again, I know that people have that guilt feel, or they're going to tune in on it, and you just got to make it enticing, and then they go see it. And the thing about it is you always have a way to lead into a weight loss, or something you can do while you're eating the fast food, and a different angle on it. Like, you can eat your fast food, just add brain, so that your body knows when you're full. That right there, guys, there you go. That's going to make us millions of dollars. We just got to get it out. And that's something we can do by consensus, just different angle, right? Like, I try to write something that grabs your curiosity. They're going to read it, and I'm going to be able to circular market my agenda. Now, I also have all the, ways we monetize it, get the stuff out there, but I always try to throw that in, right? And let's see, I'm gonna go toys. Oops, yeah, toys. 2. Okay. These are working now. I'll get a few more, and then this picture just, yeah. I think it's all the fries in the mouth. I just don't like that one. If anybody wants it, I guess you can ask for it. I just, sometimes I look at this and I'm like going, they must have done it for some reason. This one with the kid and the rapper, that's kind of how it goes. It's more real, but yeah, there you go. I'm gabbing on this. They had some really good ones. So I'm gonna go McDonald's toys because I need, let's see what they have here. Got it. Yeah, got them. Yes. Resize 800. We're getting this directory built. Oh yeah, got to get the Pokemon in the food. That's a good picture. So I appreciate everyone. Like this is just great. This, yeah. Picture says 1,000 words. Videos are better. By the way, there are so many more content pages or information directions we can go. This is great. Let's see toys. Oh my gosh, look at all, like they really just go crazy on the toys. Like okay. I'll get on my article. There are so many angles on all of this that it's crazy to me. Like it's endless. But let's go ahead and get to the toys, right? So okay, long title. I don't do too many of these, but I'm absolutely gonna just be blunt with this one. So I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go ahead and make it the main keyword. I'm gonna edit the snippet. I'm gonna make sure. Well, it's gonna be this. I'm gonna go ahead and publish it. I need to do another open link in a new tab. I need to do another, and I'm gonna put this here. Like I got the headlines. I'm using this as a spacer. I'm gonna come here, click on this. I want to do a new page. All right, I'm just going to call it fast. I'm not sure what I'm going to call it yet. Not sure yet. Let me think about my directory name. But I need to start listing things in there and start organizing it because it's going to get that way. So I got this. I'll go ahead and I'm going to try to get my formatting down. We're going to go to heading. Yeah, heading 2 is fine. And I'm going to go with text. I'm going to actually do the purple highlight on the name. I'm going to. You got a Wendy's, Burger King. And actually, I want to obviously make them alphabetical. Burger King. And what I've just decided, okay, now, so keep in mind, I'm going to go this fast food angle, and I'm going to just exploit it. Like, I don't care if it takes me a year to get them all done. I don't care if it takes me 2 years. I'm going to be building content on fast food so that it's going, it's a common theme. And I bet you it's going to bring in more traffic than anything I've done before, because I'm just going to have so many pages out there related to fast food, and I'm going to work on the topics and things that people care about or interested about, and just keep going and going and going and going endless. It's a big project. I know my odds of getting viral, which pays for everything gazillion times, is greater with more lines in the net, right? So I'm going to be building a fishing net for traffic, because it's going to be woven like a net, because we're going to cross market, we're going to tie things in, go back and forth, compare things, just do things. And I want to do videos and other things on it. So much so that I need to look at my channel positioning within YouTube, because I should do a fast food channel just on this, talk about things, do things in little snippets. That's going to have more appeal than training and education for that right type of an audience. And it's going to tie to this, but it's a master plan. I'm telling you guys we're going to start building it out. Is it a big project? Absolutely. Right. But it gives me that focus of things to do in addition to everything else that we do, drive stuff in. Right. So I got Burger King, McDonald's. I need to put Arby's in here. Actually, you guys, Arby's, I don't know how they stay in business. I don't know when's the last time I've even eaten in that place, but they're around. I see ads for them every now and then. We got the meats or whatever. I'll add them. There's always an article we can do about them. There's always something. Right, so Arby's, Burger King, McDonald's, and there's a lot going on with the fast food world right now. Anyway, the CEOs, I mean, they're doing campaigns. Who knows if it's planned or not planned? But people are seeing the stuff out there, and then we can add commentary, add our links. But there's always something that is being talked about around the fast food or the things that are out there. I mean, it's a constant topic, not to be ignored. Arby's, Burger King, McDonald's. Okay, so is it Shake Shack? Here goes. Right here goes. I'm gonna go to chat. This is a whole other direction. All right, so I'm gonna archive this, because clearly, right? Clearly, we got another topic. So let me go to McDonald's. I got McDonald's information. I'm gonna go to headlines, and I'm gonna go to a new folder, and we're gonna call it fast food. I'm going to create that. Now I'm going to go to McDonald's, because I got to organize this, right? I'm going to pull up McDonald's again. There it is. I'm going to move this. So I'm going to go here to organize. I'm going to move it. And I'm going to move it right to fast food. It should be on the top. All right. So now I'm going to go to the fast food. I got McDonald's. Okay. I'm going to do every time I create pages, when I work on information, I'm going to put it here, right? I'm going to do this anyway. So I might as well create a consensus project for us to all pull from. And I'm going to go to Google Docs. And I mean, 50 is a lot, but I'm doing it anyway. Here we go. Freddie's actually made the list at 50. Interesting. All right. I'm going to go to where's my untitled? Oh, sorry, right here. It's this page. Here we go. And I'm going to type this here. And I'm literally all this. So like, there we go. Shake Shack. I was right. Okay. So Shake Shack. Subway. And I can come do this any other time. And I'm when I put it up there, I'm removing it from here. KFC. I got Burger King already. If I want to do an article on pizza, so I got to think about it, but I've started my list. Okay. And I'm just going to put fast food information central. Okay. I'm spelling that wrong. Okay, so here's my fun release for the day. I want to do this as a consensus project, and I'm stating it today. It's 3/14, so Pi Day of 2026. This isn't a one and done project. It's going to be kind of a forever project. This is so big in scope. It can go so many directions. And that's really what we need. We need such an information. We got to do something that no one else is going to spend the time to do. We got to push ourselves outside of the boundary so that we can gain from the exposure. And again, I'm going to go over a business model it's always worked. I'm willing to do more and push myself further than anybody else. Well, we have lots of heads here, smart people. great, brilliant writers and novices, all of us, learning at different things. As we're building these out, I'm going to see the articles you do. And if I like your article, I'm going to post it in here. This isn't just about mine, right? Remember, the entire RRR247 prospers when we're all prospering, right? It's all based on win, 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 win. So I want to have a massive directory that comes in and people can be redirected to it and it ties in there. But if I help anybody's article go viral, we all win, right? We all win. So I'm going to have mine in here. I'll be working on it, but someone might just do a huge thing on RB. I can list all their stuff there. And if I'm doing it, anybody can do it. Like we can have a gazillion directories all coming back to it that's feeding the community stuff. And we'll be so big as a consensus project, meaning we're all contributing to it. We can get bigger faster. Because like if all of us wrote one article every week, it's not long before we have hundreds and then thousands and then tens of thousands of articles that cover this faster thing. Who else in the world is going to do that? Yeah, I know. It's genius. We're doing it, guys. I'll do it by myself. Yeah, I know it. The odds of going viral just get bigger. Well, as we start pushing that stuff there, people start seeing it, seeing all that the things is there. I mean, this is something people could come in and just like, oh my gosh, read this one, this one, this one, this one. We get the more time they're in our systems, the better. Okay, everything feeds what works, right? Anything that creates motion is going to get more motion. If people don't care about it, you're not going to get any traffic. If people care about it, you're going to get more traffic, and Google's going to help feed to it because they are looking for it as well. It's a win-win for them. If we have content that people love, care, and are spending a lot of time on, they're going to help promote us. It's all part of their structure. So how do we play in that world? Well, I found a topic we can all write about. Everybody here knows about some fast food place. And, and I add more. So I'm going to add stuff in here that I may not even personally care to write on. And I'll just put coming soon on them all. Right? I'm looking at this list going, so far I've eaten every one of these. Like every single one of them. Oh, Hungry Howie's Pizza. I've not eaten there. It's in Florida. I see a few places. I have not eaten there. I'm gonna just be here. Yep. And I'm just wow. Like, and there's more. And I just start with a 50, and I can add more to it. And if someone adds another one, I'll do it. And obviously, I'm gonna keep it organized, alphabetical, right? So people can go look and they can find things easy, and then start driving it. Now we start doing videos and doing a video channel for it, right? And I can just do little split bits and stuff that's there. That's going to drive it too. Like I know what I need to do. I know what needs to be measured and cut and done, right? It's going to be a lot of work. Do I have to do a lot once? No, it's an elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Okay. So I got this. I'm going to go ahead and, we're going to call it Fast Food Information Central. I need to have this in here because I want to start writing it in what I do without having to worry about updating and going back and changing things all the time. So I want to have I got a goal in mind, right? And then I'm going to execute that goal. And this is the big goal, is this huge directory being built. That's the big goal. Then I break it down to goals of I'm going to focus just on McDonald's for a bit. Then I'm going to go focus on another one because I'm going to become an expert on McDonald's everything. And when I get done exploiting McDonald's, I'll move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. And if other people do stuff, great. Okay, this is such a big project. We're going to be doing it nonstop because it's huge. And we're going to get better and better at finding stuff, pushing stuff out there, all of it. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Now, I'm going to keep this in mind. I already have Google AdSense, clearly. I've had it for decades now. That being said, when I start building a page that's under construction, not a big deal. If you don't have Google AdSense and you're building a page that's under construction, not a good idea. Get Google AdSense and then enter this world. Doesn't mean you can't have floating articles, though. And it doesn't mean you can't be building a draft of this. But I'm going to go live with mine, and I'm going to tie it to pages. Everybody else, you can act as if until you get Google AdSense. And you know, where you're seeing this in the training references will be after that point anyway. This is further additional stuff, and we're just going to be adding to it and adding to it and adding to it, right? All right, so I'm going to go on focus keywords. This is a whole other thing, and I'm not sure what else to put in there. I'll work on that later, but I got this here now. And let's I'm going to start building a directory page up, right? Info here. And we're doing the same index style that we do on a category page. So I'm going to do heading 3. I'm just going to get this one set up so you guys understand where I'm going with it. Heading 3. Do I have this page? Oh, I did. I created it. Okay, good. I can list it. Because it's new, it pulls up in the directory really easy. Okay. And I'll put a little thing on here too, because I'm going to start this off. Okay. And I hope I have you guys, and this is one of those things that just gets me. I have an angle I want to write on this, and it's something I've been thinking about for a long time. I've written it down like I'm going to write something on it, and here we get a start on it. But there's always an angle that you're going to see in a perspective once you, and if you're not, well, then just hang around, because we're gonna figure that out together, and I'm gonna verbalize it so we're learning. But I watch things happen again through the eyes of a marketer. The more you're around us, the more you're dealing with this, you're going to start seeing things differently than it. Everybody's been raised to look at things as a consumer. We're all consumers. I mean, I know I can take my granddaughters and see what 1 year old and 5. They know what a credit card is. They know how to shop. They know what they like toys wise already. They already know, right? And the thing about it is they've been raised. I mean, it's almost like buying and consumerism. It's already in our DNA, all of us. So when you look through the eyes of a marketer, as we've done training, it's different. And once you understand that and see that, you'll see the world in a whole different place. And I'm watching crazy phenomenons happening, and I happen to know that these big companies, they are it's not by mistake. None of it's by mistake. And when I watched this thing when the Grinch came out, and I remember I saw it on like I don't know if it was a TikTok. I saw it when I was placing ads, and Tanya saw it about the same time. It was brand new out. We don't watch televisions. We weren't seeing commercials, and then by the time we did see like on football or something, they were gone. Like there wasn't any more to get. And I ran out to get them right away. Not even, I really don't. It's like I want to get McDonald's. I just wanted to get those Grinch socks for Tanya, because it was like we all have like history with that movie. At least we do. Watch all the time. And I don't think either one of us have worn the socks. Have you worn your socks?
No.
Let's see, Tanya. But we have them, right?
Yeah, we have them.
And we have an emotional attachment to it for some reason.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Guys, I'm telling you, when you realize it, that's an article. That's something to point out there, because people are going to be like, oh my gosh, they're right. All right. So that's something that's like my go-to is like, I'm going to spell it out. But you guys, I don't care about the socks. I'll probably end up giving them to Edison. He likes funky socks. But there was something that was just emotionally attached to that show, an article about it, but it wasn't just us. All sorts of people that don't even, typically go to McDonald's, they rushed to get those things because it was gone. It was like a feeding frenzy. They sold out quickly. McDonald's, what they did was they reestablished themselves in the regards to the toys and happiness. They reestablished with literally millions of people because of that thing. Whatever that cost them to do, if they made money with it, it was a marketing just awesome. And they're not going to do it all the time, right? They do it every now and then, but they do it with their kids constantly. Like I'm amazed at, and I brought this up before, but it's just incredible what they've done. And when it comes down to toys, now I'm going to go pull up some more information. I've got my little thing here. I'm going to put some little like holding places here. I'm going to put some images just so I know what I'm going to be going around. Okay, now I'm going to go into our PBS files. PBS Vortex, and I'm a marketer. I'm going to go into McDonald's, because that's where I'm in. I'm going to go to toys. And I'll put the Minion toys. Let's look at the size of this one. I'm going to go like a 180. Maybe slightly bigger. I'll go 200. Okay. If I round it, what does it look like? Perfect. Okay. All right. And it's going to be my long keyword. Might change those around later. All right. And you guys know you can modify it, change it. I'm going to go ahead and start. This is where my angle is going. Now, I could write several pages about toys and things, but my angle is why are we still stuck into it? I'm going to go in what I feel is my understanding, my expertise on it. It's easy for me to write something that I'm very confident about in that angle, right? And so this needs to be a heading 3. You guys know my little style. I'm going to go blue. Go to attributes here, go to text, go to blue. And I'm going to pull this up. There we go. Okay. Make that my little heading. Heading 3. All right, and I'm just tying an article about it right now. Now I'm going to go to get some of my research points. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to open up McDonald's and I'm going to go to the toys. There it is. Now I can have fun. Like I got my story, right? I got a storyline. And odds are my perspective is pretty original, right? Eyes of a marketer, you know, and I put that out there. Now I'm going to go into the facts, right? So stories sell, facts tell. And as I get in there, I'm going to put in some more, right? So I'm going to lead up to that, right? So let's go facts about the toys and their volume to the world. Okay. And I'll start listing them. This will be another heading. Keep my format going. And I got this image here. And I'm going to come in here. Actually, I want to put another image in. Right? I'm going to go to image. I'm going to go to media library. No, I got to go upload. I'm going to go to the, so I got toys. I'm going to grab the Minions now. 220. I'm going to round it. Okay, I'm not sure I put that one in. I'm gonna get another one. Image, upload. I got 2. I'll get Spider-Man and Deadpool. Yep. I'm gonna line that one right. Oh, let me go to the keywords. I need that. McDonald's toys. So I'll do this one. Line left. And do the same for this one. 220. Rounded. Okay. I got 3 images. I like to do things in odd numbers, so I got 3. And I'll tie those in the article just as a reference point. I got that from McDonald's. Toys are absolutely genius, and they know it. And I'm going to do this. Hold on. I'm going to put my bottom in there. Okay, so I'm creating my little footer, right? And I'm going to make this line text right. Same format we do with all our stuff, right? I'm going to go to heading 4, right? And that's going to be on the bottom. So I'll go ahead and just place that, right? Just put that down there. That's the bottom. I don't have a contact us on these pages. I'm going to use this and it's going to tie it to there. And I might put another reference above it, like that ties to it, but that's what I'm going to do, right? Remember, when we do the master cluster page, this is the cluster page, right? This is going to be insanely huge. I'm looking at 50 different places to build this on, and I'm creating this as a cluster page for all of us in RRR247 because I want to share my traffic. I also want to help raise up the way we do things in consensus. I have this theory that I really want to prove out. It goes like this. If we have 8,000 of us, that's the number, 8,000 of us, all focused in the consensus areas that we're in, it will absolutely change the direction that Google sends stuff to and what they consider to be the absolute authority on those topics. 8,000. That's the number. It's the theory I've not proven out. We've gotten several hundred of us on the same page and go in that direction, and it's just a matter of time we'll get there, especially when we're creating revenue from it and purpose. And remember, we have a marketing house. It doesn't matter how we get them in the door. Once they're there, they see what we have to offer, right? This is all part of that. Okay, we're just trying to find something relevant that draws them in, and then goes, and we want to draw them in a way that no one else is. We want to have a good thing that it drives, right? And so anyway, you see where I'm going with this, and it's just going to get fun. Eventually, at some point, it's going to be like, oh, look what we've done. Okay, I'm going to go back to my toy thing. Boom, boom. Okay, I got my storyline. It's feeling pretty dang good. So I'm going to come 1, 2, 3. It's a long sentence, but I'm going to go with it. 4. Physical. Okay. There, I got my 5 items. Now I'm going to pause for a second, just look at my placement. I got one image here, come down here. I got the image here. I actually might bump that up to there so it brings the title in. And then I come down. I'll put this one here somewhere. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it's just an article, right? And I know I'm way over my 600 words. I'm at 858. I'm easy to write. I mean, it flows. Oh, I thought I did that already. It's okay. Oh, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. So so that fixes that. I am going to come down here to my fast food information central, right? I'm just going to copy this and I'm going to add it to every image. Where do I want it to go? I want it to go to the directory. Right? We want it to go to the directory. People click on images to see where they go, but also things tied to them. We're going to do that. We're going to go right. I'm going to definitely put that in there. And I'm not going to open a new page. We're going to just keep it fluid. Okay. I got 3 images for it. I got the first part, the second part. Now I'm going to go into facts and see where this takes me. So I'm going to go here. Yeah. And the thing about these images, like they came from chat. I don't know about the copyright, so I'm going to be very careful not to use them. They might be okay usually, but chat, let me say this really clear. I'm not going to say we can use these. I'm not going to back these up because I do not know. If they're not available where I can pay copyright to use them and have a legal chain to it, I'm not using it. Doesn't mean I don't have it for a thing here. I'm not using it, right? But it's something good to write on, and pictures say a lot, but I'm going to be very careful about it. But this whole thing is brilliant, right? So I'm going to copy it all, and I'm going to come here. And we're going to paste it, and that's going to be a lot. Okay. Now I'm going to go click all the images, all the stuff that's here. No, I'm going to get rid of it. Delete, 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 delete. Okay. And I might delete a lot of this stuff there. I'm just saying I have it there. I'm going to clean it all up. Okay. Here's okay. Now remember, I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to use this line here, right? All this I'm going to get rid of. I'm not going to use it. It's a chat thing. I'm not using it. Okay. Now McDonald's toy sales and distribution. I might take it to a heading, and I'm going to go to a heading like I can go to heading 3. I might go to heading 4. Let's see what we like about it. I'm going to go text. I'm going to go to a purple again. Take bold off because it's a heading, and I'm making it my own look, fill, course, everything, right? I can get rid of that, right? So one and 1.5 billion toys every year through Happy Meals. And then they have a reference point here. Now I'm going to go to that. I may want to add it. I may not want to. Okay, reference article. I'm again modifying for myself and putting that in there, and that's going to be my standard reference article. I'll put that on all these. And I'm not going to use Instagram. Bold. Delete. Delete. So boom, boom, boom. And then I'm going to and I'm going to make this a heading 3. And blue. Keep my color theme the same. I'm going to come here. I'm getting rid of that. Come down here. And you got to be, again, I'm going to be very careful to reword everything as much as I can. I'm also going to grab this article here. If I'm going to use it, that's what I'll do. Okay. These are very key things. So, go over there. I'm going to do that. All right. And I'll just make this bold. Get rid of that and that. And I got to reword these, right? I got to I'm spending the time to do this right. Remember, I need to make it as much mine as possible, right? I'm using the reference in the details to do my research on what I'm going to write about, but it's got to be my own words always, right? And that's what I'm doing here, right? And the more you do this, the easier it gets. Your brain figures out the patterns. You'll start doing it, right? And so this is like I'm at 86. That's nice. Okay, I'm going to come over here. I want to add more, right? I spelled that wrong. There we go. I'm not sure how to really modify this other than I don't know how to really change those. I'm going to leave those alone. That's the only thing I'm just going to leave alone. Okay, and I'm going to make this. Let's see, I went up here. This is like a heading 4. And I'm going to make this a heading 4. And purple. And remember, I'm deleting this stuff. Okay. I'm going to make this, I'm going to unbold it because I'm going to make it that a heading 4 as well. Okay, I'm with the reference article. Right. And I mean, this is a bigger article than maybe you thought I was going to do, but like, I'm just loving where this goes, and it's going to have very valid content based on it. But it all started with my storyline up here. Right. And I'm just going to keep building this. Now I'm going to tell you this right now. We're going to get ready for the BFA event coming on here in 15 minutes. But, This is the fun part for me, this stuff right here. So I'm going to polish this up. The page is this, right? And it's going to be listed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to fast foods, and I'm going to go new, Google Doc, create and share. I'm going to go 0 001. Notes from Rory. Put that there. Okay, I'm gonna put that there. I'm gonna lock it. I'm trying to build this for the future too, so people come to the reference point. I'll put that there. And close that. You guys are so, and this should tell you too. There's some great articles out there, and we're just going to be tying in, but it's definitely something people care about, which is what we want to be part of. All right, so I got my notes here. I've got that. I'm going to apparently I'm going to save this so I know where my work is. And I got my other pages to put in here. Heading 3, just like we always do, right? Okay, I'm going to save. And I'm going to start the timer and get everything ready. So I'll turn this off too here, guys. We're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back here to launch everything. All right, let's see. For those of you that are out there and on YouTube, we're going to be kicking over to our 11 a.m. BFA event, and that's 11 a.m. Mountain Time. But so we're going to be starting here at 1 p.m. And I just recognize that. So 1 p.m. we'll be starting in 10 minutes, and we'll see you there. I'm going to stop the stream. If you want to get here, go to meetn.com/RRR247. All right, we'll see you there in 9 minutes and 9 seconds.